going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful day for another 7-round Vikings mock draft. Now, we're going to dedicate today to going and getting your guys, right? And obviously, it's early in the process. Combine pro days haven't gone down yet. There will be a lot of shifting that goes around. There will be some medicals. There will be some other red flags tossed in there. So to say that a player has no chance of going here or there, it's a little much. I mean, generally, we know who's going to be the first rounders, but I mean, there's talents that everyone says that there's no way he gets out of round 2, falls around 6, 7, or deep day 3 picks in your mind go very early day 2. I mean, that's exactly what happens. Not everyone's big board is the same, so we're just going to go get some of my guys today. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Our draft grade is probably going to be terrible, but I do not care. But as we always do, free agents. So the re-signed Beasley, Reisner, Murphy leaves in free agency, signs for $1 bajillion with, I don't know, the Jets or something. Bradbury, you gone. Harrison Smith returns, Gilly retires, re-signed Daniel Jones, and Slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, leaves, signs a free agent deal with the Raiders. They re-signed Cam Akers and Aaron Jones, so a little bit of depth in the running back room, but should still hammer things in the draft. Trey Smith, James Daniels in on the interior offensive line. Remember, Bradbury's gone. Tershawn Wharton, who is going to be a rising stud along the defensive line. Play him at 5-tech, kick him inside. He was one of the lone, I mean, even like Chris Jones. Chris Jones got banged up early because of the stupid tush push. Did you see him like he was laying down sideways? Didn't work. And then also banged up his knee later on in the Super Bowl. But Tershawn Wharton, unsung hero along the Chiefs' defensive line. I think that he is certainly rising on up. Also, Rasul Douglas, the turnover machine, in at corner for a little bit of depth, as well as, Bradbury gone. We haven't listed twice, but now he gone. That's all. So diving on in. Enhance. Feel good today. Kind of like things. All right, so actually let's get this into frame. Going down in an earlier round. All right. So what the hell happened up at the top of the draft? So Luther Burden Cam Ward, Shador, Travis Abdul, Mesa Graham, Ted, Will Campbell, Will Johnson, Mike Green going to the Saints. Ooh, spicy. James Pierce going to the Bears. They will riot if they don't take an offensive lineman or Ashton Genty. Starks going to the Niners, probably losing Hufanga there. Simmons, LB3 going to Miami. Kind of like that. Yeah, especially if they do part ways with Cheetah. And then Calvin Banks, thanks. Ashton Genty goes to the Falcons. That's so stupid. That's dumb. Benjamin Morrison, Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren falls all the way. What? How does he fall all the way to the Seahawks? That's crazy, man. Sawyer goes to the Bucks. Michael Williams goes to the Broncos. Him and Benito. Membu goes to the Steelers. So probably going to try him out at right tackle. If anything, he'll reduce in size. Egbuka goes to the Chargers. That definitely need some help at receiver. Kenneth Grant goes to the Packers. I hate it. So 24, lots of options here. Shamar Stewart is an absolute monster who we like a lot. Zabel is there. Scorton is underrated. Connerly. Don't need help at tackle. But I still can't get over him going viral. Tyleek Williams is there as well. Jade Barron, Trey Amos, Ravel, and then getting deeper, you have TJ Sanders in that mix, Landon Jackson. And also, the whole thing about it, too, is that they're very low on Derek Harmon. They have him almost as like Jordan Birch area. So, I mean, Derek Harmon is a no sweat first round pick. Same thing with Darius Alexander, potentially could sneak in there. Caleb Johnson is there as well. But like we said, we're not going to go by someone else's big board. We're going to go by our own, and we are taking Omar Norman Lott. And I understand it's going to be controversial, but also F your face. The former Arizona State product, transferred to Tennessee, 6'3", 307, lightning quick first step. Great hands, great feet, sinking things up, 27 pressures, 4 sacks last year for Tennessee. And I think that he is a disruptive defensive lineman that's going to help the Vikings out a lot. TBD where he plays in the base package, but sub package, a 4-man line, easily 3-tech, put him up on that B gap and just let him destroy things. And I understand it's unpopular right now, especially with guys like Booker on the board, Derek Harmon, like we mentioned. If Kenneth Grant was there, I'm just sticking and picking him. But like we said, it's kind of boring if you take the same players over and over again. So it's good to do different scenarios. Plus, I think that Norman Lott's going to test really, really well. I had a great bowl week down at the Senior Bowl. So I think that he's going to be a guy that a couple weeks from now after the combine, everybody will be like, oh yeah, first round pick, Omar Norman Lott, OML. I don't think that's going to be too controversial. So we're taking him. Probably going to get an F- from PFF. I do not care in the slightest. Look how much I care. Right there. All right, deep into the third round, number 97 overall. All right, so we got our disruptive, 3-tech, 4-tech, 5-tech. We're sitting here in the third round. Tate Ratledge, the Georgia right guard, we like. RJ Harvey's a stud as well. Kobe, Jared Wilson could be center of the future for the Vikings. Lots of options here, but I'm just going to completely solidify the defensive line with Jordan Phillips here from Maryland. Now, we drafted him before, yes, but now, the fact that you got Deshaun Wharton, you got Harrison Phillips, you got Jalen Redmond, you have LDR, you have ONL, and now you got Jordan Phillips from Maryland. I like Phillips a lot. So he's 6'1", 318, leverage and for days, former wrestler, more upside as a pass rusher that's going to be coming, but he's definitely a two-gapping, do-it-all nose tackle, and so you're going to be solidifying things. It definitely has some upside as a pass rusher, like we said, 16 pressures, 2 tackles for loss in 2024, and the pride of Maryland, let's go. Then to the fifth round, so like we said, we're just going to go get our damn guys in this spot. So Jarquez Hunter, who I like a lot from Auburn, Caleb Mullings, the former converted linebackers, definitely packs a punch, larger running back. Etienne, I wonder who's related to. Shamar Turner, another Texas A&M defensive lineman. Kyle Williams, Kyle McCord are there. Kobe, CJ West, Upton, Nick Nash, who we've drafted before. Tyler Cooper, Ja Joyner. I think Ja just got a invite to the combine. I think that he's going to test pretty damn good. I think that he definitely could be in the day 3 mix for a 5-tech, but we're going running back. We're going running back in the spot. Kyle Monagai from Rutgers, and I like him a lot. Like, he's 5'9", he's 209, and he's kind of built like a bowling ball, and he's very adept in outside zone, foot in the ground. He's great at reading the defense. He's got that burst. He can bust one, and Maurice Jones-Drew is the easy comparison. I think Chris Ivory is a good one as well. Jalen Warren with a little bit more top-end speed. I think that makes some sense too. 1,279 rushing yards in 2024, 13 touchdowns. But get this, 3.37 yards per carry after contact. I like. He's got great contact balance, got great speed. Monagai in this spot, I think that makes sense. So got your running back to go with Aaron Jones as well as Cam Akers. Kind of like it. All right, then fifth round pick 161, and like we said, we're just going to go get our guys. Shamar Turner is still there, but I don't know, do we just completely rack up and stack up the defensive line? Certainly a possibility. Connor Colby is there, former Iowa Hawkeye. Lindenberg is there chilling. Dorian Strong, Jonah Monheim, we drafted quite a bit, but O'Donnell Fortune, the long, lengthy corner on the outside from South Carolina. But we were going to go get our guy, and it's one of my draft crushes, and I feel like it just has to happen. Right, so Jake Majors, center from Texas, 6'3", 315. He's got ass. A multi-year starter, super senior for the Texas Longhorns. Absolute leader at the pivot position, calls out protections, is just a good locker room dude as well, and also has only allowed 1 sack over his last 3 years, which is good. It's pretty good. And also, just having size, having leverage, and just making sure that your center is not a liability in pass protection, baby, our time has come, right? And overall, going through what's going on in free agency, like we said, all right, so don't be confused. I put Bradbury twice, but Bradbury, he gone. He signed James Daniels. Now, Daniels can certainly play guard as well, and he was playing guard at a high level for the Steelers last year before he got hurt. So it could be Trey Smith and James Daniels at the 2 guard spots, and then maybe you just put Jake Majors in at the pivot as a rookie. Either way, I am mad. I think Majors could compete with Michael Juergens for one of the other spots as well. But at bottom line, he's a fantastic depth, and I like that move a lot. Lastly, so a lot of ways to go in this spot, and I kind of want to double down at running back. And one of my favorites in this process, and again, explaining why the Vikings have the 7th round pick. So initially, it was a trade with the Steelers, but it was for Jesse Davis, the offensive lineman, but he didn't meet the conditions. But we hang on to it as a UDFA. Someone we're going to throw 200, 225,000 guaranteed at as undrafted free agent. And there's going to be a lot of really good undrafted running backs in this class, and Rocket Raheem Sanders is going to be one of them. 6 foot 230. From Arkansas to South Carolina, 881 yards rushing last year, 11 touchdowns. Power. He's got straight line speed. And Sanders and Monagai together in that backfield. Also, you got the veteran Aaron Jones plus Cam Akers. I kind of like it. I'm mad at that at all. So the Vikings suture things up in free agency quite a bit. Got Trey Smith, got Deshaun Wharton, got James Daniels, got Rasul Douglas. And you really are able to hit this draft up. And again, I know I knew that we were just going to have bad grades all around, but I do not care. We're going on getting our guys. Omar, Norman, Lott, just a completely disruptive, wreaking havoc defensive tackle. Again, after the combine, I think he'll be a no muss, no fuss first-round pick. Got Jordan Phillips on the nose, upside as a pass rusher. Kind of reminds me of Keanu Benton coming in from Wisconsin last year. Ended up with the Steelers, minus the pass rushing. Other than that, two great running backs, Kyle Monagai, fantastic for outside zone in what O'Connell wants to do, and built like a bowling ball. I think he'll be a lot of fun with Raheem Sanders. Rocket Raheem, has got size, got goal line ability, and that straight line speed once he gets past the first level. I don't know why they hate the Jake Majors pick so much. I just don't understand it. He's a guy that could legitimately start year one at center for the Vikings, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it. That's at 7-round Vikings mock draft. Doubling, tripling down, getting our guys. I love it. I love it, man. Anyways, you guys know what to do. Skull, production value.